Hey guys, who is up with me? I've been up since about, uh, I really haven't even really gone to sleep, really, a couple hours of sleep. Now I'm up early. Now I'm up on here early. I've been up really. So who is up with me? I know it's Saturday. Maybe I can come back home when I finish doing what I gotta do. Hey Christian. Are we the only weirdos up, or is there more weirdos up? Hey, your choice. Hey, your choice, towing. What y'all up to? Y'all up working? Hey, Miss Crystal. Miss Crystal up to. There's quite a few people that's up. Like I said, I have not really gone to sleep. I think I've gotten 2 hours of sleep. Somebody done talked me to death just all night long. I'm telling you. They done talked me to death. Says I'm at work right now. What time you get off, Christian? Hey, Miss Muffin. So hopefully, if it rains today, hopefully it will, cause I'm gonna get out and do what I need to do, and come back home and clean up, and then I can lay in the bed and look at TV, look at Netflix or something, and go to bed and eat a salad or something. Hey, Michael, how are you? I hope you guys doing all right this morning. I'm switching up my look. I started taking my hair down, and I didn't finish cuz like I said, child, I had somebody talk me to death all night long. Wouldn't let me sleep. I just got to work. Laugh out loud. 6:30. Yeah. I got to get out today and go get my brows done, my lashes. I went and got my nails done last night. I would show y'all the color of my nails, but I promise to God, I ain't got on no. I'm sitting up here with no clothes on. Um, he says, "Go Van snitching ass, turn down the plea." You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something. I believe Govan is just trying to buy time because I can't see him being crazy enough to go. See, those defense attorneys, all they want to do is make money. Um, I don't believe that Durham that handle is it- um I believe that Manny we could beat this. We could beat this. All Manny want is the money that they paying him because he really getting paid good money. I don't know if my son got out. Let me check and see if my little son got out. Hold on. Yeah, I'm getting ready to start doing. I'm gonna start doing some cooking shows. I've been wanting to do it, but I be so paranoid about. I be paranoid about a lot of stuff because people are already twisted. I was like, let's see. No, he's still up in there. They have given him a bond. Hold on. They've given him a bond for one of his cases, which is $21,000. So they've given him a bond for one of them, but I mean, they still got no bond for quite a few of them. Hey, Miss Kitty. He says, you know, you're right. He's gonna tell on the Juke case. Who you think you said he's gonna tell on the Juke case? Who you talk about? Govan gonna tell on the Juke case? I don't know. I think out in the streets, it's well known what happened to Juke. Like I said, when that first happened to Juke, it was about two or three guys from Memphis came into my chat and said it didn't have nothing to do with Dolph. When I went live, when I broke it and went live, it was like, T, they ain't had nothing to do with what happened to Dolph. This was some street stuff. And name the guys who did it. I didn't recognize the name of the guys, and I can't remember. Because when I went back to look at the chat has been discontinued for some reason. I must edited something. But they said I think it's known out in the streets what happened to Juke. Miss Kitty said, I love y'all so much. Y'all have gotten me through so much. Thank y'all. Love Miss T Chat and Maz. Thank y'all. I got to pay my rent because I go crazy when I don't see my B because we them bees. We said, oh, I've been putting, yes, indeed. Oh, I see you got your members thing. Miss Kitty said she think Gotti knows what happened. I think he know what happened too. I think he know what happened. And he wanted to reassure whoever did it. I ain't gonna tell. Leave me alone. I ain't gonna tell, I promise. Juke kind of told what happened. He posted the day before rather than face me, you rather snake me. Good morning, La Mama. He said, rather than face me, you rather snake me. So, hey, Mr. Parker. Mr. Parker, I'm gonna send you what you requested today. I keep forgetting to send it to you. Mr. Parker been coming in here acting all funny lately. He come in here, he all quiet. He know he always come in here showing out. Um, he says, yep, he was talking to his brother. I don't think that he's going to trial. I don't think he's going to trial. I don't. I think he's just buying time and stuff. Hey, big name Ace. I'm so tired of. Whew. I got the call. Yeah, be careful. Folks have been when you use your cards and stuff at these stores. This is around the time that they steal your card numbers and stuff. So make sure you check your bank account consistently. Mm. Hello, straight to the point. Merry Christmas to you also. Like I said, I really have not had any sleep, like 2 hours of sleep. Cause like I said, I tell you. But when I get finished, they say it's supposed to rain today. I hope that it does rain today. Michael says they are all snakes. Now the glass getting cut. The house he hissing, hissing. Yeah, the grass getting cut. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens as it relates to that. But I don't look for a trial from him until 2026. Hey, Miss Gina. I don't think it's gonna go to trial, but I don't look for that to be resolved because they're gonna try to stretch it out. Now he's got 7 months out. They say they're watching him. Okay. If he's as dangerous as people say that he is, they need to watch him. Kimberly said someone made a duplicate of my card. The bank called me, said the card didn't have the chip. He said it's best to tape your card, then to insert it in the machine. That's how they capture your records. Oh, wow. Be real careful when y'all see like some of these foreigners standing outside of these stores. Like, they're notorious for doing it at like the Family Dollar store. They have some type of, they using their phone. Somehow they got an app, whereas when you run your card, they are able to intercept and get the number and stuff. They have people out there that be selling your numbers and stuff to them. Continuously, check your information and stuff so you can see when people running your information, and because it will show up, and if you haven't given them permission to, it's fraud, and then you can start the process of all of that. The only way people gonna stop violating you is if you go ahead and get them tied up and you know filing charges and stuff on them so that they can go to jail. um he says, I love that scent. My house smells just like oranges this morning. I love that scent of fresh oranges. Hmm. Because these people working overtime, they get your information and sell it. And they sell it to foreigners, and foreigners go and get medical cards, medical cards and stuff in your name, um, so that they can be seen. And it messes up a whole lot of stuff, right? You get to wondering why, the insurance is high, why this, and that. You don't even know that somebody has stolen um your identity has been stolen. They've stolen or sold your information. And yeah, it's a lot of stuff that's going on. Um it's a lot of stuff I'm dealing with in the background too. And I hope that once all of this is over, it clears out a lot of YouTube stuff. Hopefully, a lot of YouTubers that are involved will be gone to jail. Um, because they doing a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff that's being done on YouTube. Because there is a YouTuber right now that is absolutely 100%. It's not speculation anymore. It has been confirmed that that gets information and sell it to foreigners. Okay, he sells it to foreigners, and what the foreigners do, listen, they doing a lot. It's like a ring going on. They're connected with somebody who then, once they give the foreigner your information, that then allows the foreigner to come into the DMV and get a license and your name, and then they're able to go obtain, apply for all kinds of other stuff like health um, stuff, like medical cards, through the government. You don't even know this stuff is going on, right? Um, I have systems whereas I'm able to run my information and my daughter's and my family members' information quite often. And there is someone named Jose that my information was sold to. Um, that was the first person. There's another situation that happened just of recently that's still being investigated. Someone went to a bank in Illinois and opened up a account in my name about a month and a half ago. Someone got a medical insurance card in my daughter's name and in my name. So hey, it's a lot of stuff going on, but mm, child, every beginning has an ending. That's all I got to say about that. I don't worry about that because I know that has an ending. Emerald says, around my way, they stealing EBT food stamps right off the card, and folks have their cards on them. That's because it's the people that work for the EBT food stamp office is selling the numbers and the pin numbers. I mean, they just let anybody work for the EBT food stamp office now. Like they don't pay any money. So they got all types of rats up in there. See, when it was paying, when they took the pay and stuff down, I think they started contracting it out. And in order, I mean, you put it should be a crime to put hire certain people in certain positions anyway, especially when the information is sensitive. That's why when people have access to information, um, and they violate it, you have to work to ensure that they don't have access to it anymore and get them jailed. Get them jailed, and then get you a lawyer to sue whatever state that gave them the access, which means licenses or whatever. And then what happens is once you put the pressure on the state with your lawsuit or whatever company that hired them and gave them that access, what they'll do is they will relinquish that access, firing them, relinquish their licenses or whatever it is, the access that they have to those systems, and then file charges against them because they don't want to make it seem, they don't want it to be that they are in, this is somebody that we just hired or we just sold this service to. We're not a part of that. So in return, they then not only relinquish that, they also file charges because you got that $50 million lawsuit on them. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to learn how to fight people because it's just too many pathetic people that's doing a whole lot of violations that's absolutely 120% illegal, and they are committing federal crimes. It's a federal crime. Miss T yesterday was taking stamps off some folks' stuff, and they tell you what store and state is always the Latinos market. Oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah, that's who they're selling your information to. Yeah, watch these stores where these people don't like to give you receipts because they've learned how to manipulate. Um, they've learned how to manipulate the registers and stuff. I went to this nail shop one time, and the lady, one of the workers there, I guess she undercharged me for something, and I didn't even know it until I went back. The owner came to me and said, "I thought that you were offended." I said, "Offended for what?" She undercharged you, and I went and I added the charge. I didn't have your phone number. I said, "So you forged my signature? You went and ran my credit card again and forged my signature?" I said, "I didn't even know that." But if because I had not, I didn't pay attention. But if I had, I would have been offended. I said, "And because you just told me, I'm glad you told me, but I cannot give you business anymore. You go and you don't wait until I come back, because I was gonna go back. You wait until I come back and say, well, or you take that loss, but you don't run my information, my card again, some kind of way after I'm gone and then sign it." I could have filed charges on them. But these folks and these people scamming like for the going north. I tell you, they be trying to get in your phones. My mama got somebody that be trying to get her to click links. I promise you, they be trying so hard to get my mom to click links. She ain't gonna click them. When I went over to the FBI, I took my mama too. So y'all can stop sending her them motherfucking links. Okay. And we already know where the links are coming from. Yeah, unauthorized charges. So now what you have to do is, it's what one of the people that's working on my case said, because now when people have access to your information, most people when they have like these, they give you like these questions, security questions. And like one of the federal agents said, when you have people that have access to information that shouldn't, and they go and they look at your all of your information, that's violating you. It's illegal. And then they're able to, you have security questions. They're able to get into your accounts and stuff because they sell your information. She used to live here, she used to live there. This her mom and them name, this her friend name, this her sister name, this, that. They sell that information. And so people are so dogmatic because they obsessed. It's a lot of stalkers. See, I have stalkers, okay? And there's laws against that. My kids now have stalkers. And bitch, you'll die faster than full-blown AIDS fucking with my kids, hoe. And but I'm a law enforcement told me, let us handle that. So I'm not going to talk about it. But it's sad when people are that obsessed on this app right here. There is, and it comes from this app. Mentally unstable and mentally obsessed. So I don't say nothing. I let law enforcement do what they do, because when they went to open that bank account up in Illinois in my name, they messed up. They messed up. Um, when they got a medical card in my daughter's name. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Sometimes I be getting impatient. And I go, ooh, I want to say something. I just want to go in. And like they say, let us do our job. That we can't fix the problem if you're gonna be getting mad and going off and telling everything. Unless you want us to limit the information that we tell you to, we try to keep you a part of what's going on. Okay. That's what I have to do. I have to contain myself. And so my mother is such a peaceful person. They messing with my mama. She said, "Child, what you need to be doing is thanking God that the people see the problem. Cause see, some people lazy, they'll say we don't see a problem, they won't even look into it." She said, "Child, you just better thank God that he sent the people that see the problem and they're gonna fix it." She said, "I keep telling you, because I was getting mad the other day and was ready to go off. I've been doing good though. My mama started sending me, she was in the bushes. She sent me a scripture. Let me read it to let me see. And that had me to hold my peace. Because you cannot alert the enemy. You just can't do it. Um, that scripture my mother sent me. Because see, every time I get information, I get mad. I'm like, well, y'all can't go arrest these motherfuckers yet. I understand it's a process. But my mama sent me this. She said, here's a task for you. I want you to see what happens. I'll start with you. Dear God, one of the women that I appreciate the most is reading this message. She is generous and loving, and I'm very proud of her. Please help her to live her life to the fullest. Bless her and enlighten her on her path. And please protect her and her family. And then she posted, you got this. Control yourself. Then she said, you got this. Control yourself. I have to control myself because I don't mess with nobody. So I don't like being violated. It's something about men thinking that they can violate you that makes me mad. They're going to see I got the endurance of a fucking cheetah. A cheetah. They're going to wish, because see, a lot of these men are emotionally unstable. They're used to, there's a man, I can't understand. You got women following him. He killed a woman. I know he killed that woman. And they gave him 3rd-degree murder. Okay. So men like that ain't got no issues. It was a travesty of justice, nigga. You killed that lady, you choked her out. Now, it takes about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So if he could do that and get away with it, it ain't nothing for him to come up in here harassing me. And that's the reason why I'm going to throw it back in his face. Nigga, I ain't her. You don't get to violate me. Because the system, it was a travesty of justice. Because you ought to be in jail for choking that lady out. Instead, you're on YouTube harassing women. See, a lot of them don't know what I know. They just know I know something. So what they want to do is try to destroy my credibility and stuff. I know what these people have done on here. That's why I don't play with them. That's why when I say they come out the sewer, I know they came from out the sewer. Okay. It ain't no mistakes when you got your hands around a person's neck and you just that enraged and you squeeze the life out of a woman. But I ain't no victim. That's I say that for a reason. Okay? That's why I document everything, because these women that y'all send out, they got to know, since because some women love the attention of a man because they're stupid. But they got to know it's going to be some consequences if they ever let somebody send them out to be a threat to my person. If you come into my personal space, you are a threat to my person, and it's going to be some consequences. So y'all mess with my kids, I already got them locked and loaded. I personally paid for them. And my friend over at the PD, we goes to the range. My mama keep that thing. I bought her a new one sitting right next to her. It worries me because my mother is older and her leg is messed up. I told her, listen, if one of these women want to be sent out, because these coward of men ain't going to come, they sending these damn fools out. These women ain't shit. Bunch of bitches that's already, women and got kids. And you let these niggas send you out. Don't no damn man send out nobody that they care about. I said, keep this thing right next to your table. And if anybody try to come through that iron door, You had that thing cocked and you shoot and ask questions later because they ain't got no business trying to come through your locked doors. You start shooting before they shoot them back up out of there and shoot up high. Shoot them bitches in their fucking eye because they too damn stupid. Anytime you let a man send you to somebody's office, their house, and you go on a witch hunt like that, bitch, God was with you. Because I'd have gunned you down. You was a threat to my life. Obsession. But Lord, I thank you the feds is on it. It ain't no secret. The feds is on it. These folks on here is pathetic. I'm going to say this, and I think one of the reasons why they take an interest in it, because you have to wonder about these YouTubers. Okay? Why do some of these YouTubers just all of a sudden go at people? Is it because somebody paying them? Is it somebody with some money that has an interest? You never know. A lot of these folks old, but they still have the mentality and crash out like a Cornelius and a straight drop because they think they're going to get something. And so stuff like that has to be followed up on, like all these scams and stuff. A lot of these folks been scamming. It's just they linked up with a lot of hackers, and they've been having their way on YouTube, and they still think they having their way, but they ain't. It's funny how people on YouTube, they be cool and then they fall out. And when they fall out, you're going to get an email. When they fall out, you're going to get an email. I used to be a part of this, and I'm going to tell you who doing this to you. He linked up with this person. They did this, and this is where it came from. And the person work here. They got a government job, and they got this person to go into the government system. Don't you motherfuckers know that everything as it relates to the government? When I was talking to somebody the other day about something, they said, well, that ain't going to be hard to figure out. We just need you to, okay? Because this particular system, every time it is logged into, it's all connected. We'll be able to trace it. I do this every single day. This is a person said, this is all I do every day. So that ain't going to be hard to figure out. I said, God, thank you. God, thank you. He said, I tell you one thing, young lady. Once we if this is true, that's a gold mine, young lady. You gonna have a lot of money coming. He says, shoot, I'm way more interested now. Because it shouldn't have happened. Okay. So my baby gonna have some coming too. Because they went and got a medical card in her name. My baby, they went and tried to get insurance in my daughter's name. Why in the hell would you try and get insurance on somebody you don't even know unless you think you can cash it in? It's going to be interesting. I've never said my kids' names and stuff on here. It's going to be interesting when the feds go hit that door on how they actually got my daughter's information, especially to try to put insurance on her, life insurance. They got health insurance in her name and tried to put life insurance. Why would you put life insurance on somebody you don't know unless you think you're going to collect? Is this something that these YouTubers been doing and folks been coming up dead or something? Yes, the feds is interested. You motherfuckers think I was going to let you do that to me and not do nothing? And so I think about these hackers. I guess they kind of, these people that sell this information, I guess they kind of take on the role as a quit. Like the investigator said, we don't give two fucks about them saying we didn't know. You had no business selling the information. You sell somebody information and they go and get a life insurance or try to get a life insurance on somebody. If something happened to them, they gonna get the same charge. You sold the information. You ain't have no business. That was illegal. You try to put a life insurance on my baby and got a medical card in her name. My baby was just, Mom, they said this, Mom, they said, I don't do that. I ain't never took that. I ain't never took that medicine, Mama. I already knew when my baby told me. I already knew. I know they say I'm deep, but I already knew. She said, Mom, I never took that medicine. They said my stuff this, and I immediately knew it was YouTube, and I knew that they had went and did something to my baby with her information. And I immediately went to the motherfucking FBI. This time I took her. The first time when they were sending them links, I went back down there. I took my mama with her phone. This time I went back because I'm going to go every time. Okay. And I took her. And I bet you they working on it. I bet you they working on who went and opened that bank account up in my name in Illinois, who sold my information. My information not on the internet. I know how to scrub my information. It ain't on the internet. Ain't not now broker got it. Okay. Sure have to read what you sow. Okay. That's just like the guy down there in St. Louis, that sold Tim that insurance on his nephew. Now, I think he got off pretty easily. He gonna say he didn't know that Tim was gonna go kill his nephew, put an illegal insurance policy. Why are people selling folks information and folks going and putting insurance policies on people that they don't know? You don't go and put insurance policies on people that you don't know unless you think you can collect. These folks been killing people. Yeah, that's what's been going on. Anyways, I digress because it's deep on here. It's deep. When I tell you them waters run deep, they run deep on here. Too Pretty Miss Kitty says, I still on the truck driver with an AK talking how to make money killing black women being truck drivers. He was too detailed for it. Y'all don't overlook stuff. When people do things that they shouldn't do to you, when they violate it, don't overlook it. Don't overlook it. Please don't. Because if you go over the top, because I'm over the top, you get to dig, and I digs into everything. When I know that something ain't right and it ain't normal, I don't stop until I get to the root of it. Oftentimes when you start digging, one thing for sure, when you start digging, you're gonna find something. Now I'm waiting for my stuff to come back to see who got an insurance policy on me. Because you know, there are ways to see who has policies on you, right? Anyways, um, so that's another reason why, I know I be tired some days, but some days when I'm mad as hell because I've been told something else, I can't get on here, because if I get on here, I'm gonna flip out and say a whole lot of stuff that I don't need to say and reveal right now. So that's a lot of days I don't even get on here. I don't even get on here. Um, so was they got do something to her hair? That's what that's what we trying to figure out. What was they planning on doing to my child? Why would you want to go get an insurance? Better, who sold my child's information? Who gave them my baby's information? I don't think we're gonna have to look too far to figure that out. Okay. Who gave them my motherfucking baby's information? And how many people was involved in this shit to try to get a motherfucking insurance policy on my fucking baby? It makes me mad as whoo, Lord have mercy. Y'all, okay. We can't talk about that. We can't talk about that one. Cause I'll end up letting out some stuff that it ain't time. I have to do a woosah on that one. The only thing I got to say is everybody that was involved, I want them going to jail. I don't give two fucks about what part they played, who get. Everybody need to get the same thing. Anyways, why I don't think Quit going to trial. I don't think Quit is going to trial because um I don't think he's gonna risk going to trial, because if he goes to trial and they find him guilty of anything, he gonna get a lot of time because every charge he got is serious. he might could get, but they have not done it so far. Those charges, that first degree, because I think he got first degree. The jury might find him guilty of a lesser charge than first degree. But the mere fact that that his attorneys can't get the prosecutors to make those lesser charges, that says a lot. They must have evidence of something. Cause see, when that case ain't rock solid, you start seeing them trying to, make deals and stuff, in which they did try to give him some time, but it just ain't what he wanted. Um, hmm. I tell you. He said they have two eyewitnesses. Says Hagerman is the shot caller in there. Yeah, Hagerman is the lead prosecutor. He's the lead prosecutor. He's got a lot of experience, and he's really a good prosecutor. He really is. Um, you see that female black there, because I think she's one of the ones up there in that office that is right there next to him, or she kind of is next up as it relates to that, but I think he's the lead prosecutor. Um, yeah. And they said Quit might get 50 years going to trial. He's being too prideful and mad he got caught up. Yeah. 662 Media says Cornbread and Straight Drop bound to tell his story. Miss Muffin says if he plead out, it would be less time. That's what Hagerman said on news yesterday. I'm surprised that he did not plead out. I'm surprised that he didn't plead out. He must want them folks to crank up that chair. I'm telling you, do y'all think? Because according to Cornelia Straight Drop just as mad at Quit. Do y'all think that Straight Drop would show up as a witness also on Quit? Because according to Straight Drop's attorney, Straight Drop's attorney said Quit set Straight Drop up because he wanted to be his manager. Now that's what Straight Drop attorney said. No, he got too much time. He says, hell yeah, that's why I said they have two eyewitnesses. Quet better be careful. They don't take him out. He too comfortable. He don't seem Quet don't seem worried at all. He was trying to get him a job. Remember, he asked the judge for a job. I'm trying to understand why he felt comfortable enough to be going out to a job. Wouldn't he think that somebody was going to do something to him? Wouldn't he be worried about somebody doing something to him? It says straight drop is wishy-washy. I can't say that he will. I'm sure he gonna have a lot of up and down days. Heart Beaters one says he can't leave Orange Mound. No, he was trying to get a job somewhere. Remember, he asked the judge if he could get a job overnight. And out of all places, that's when all of the weirdos come out over at night. He said every time a nigga facing time, he'll go straight to Jesus and work for a change. He asked the judge to go shopping. He needs to shop online. Oh. He said fish and chips when he see lunch in heaven. 662 Media says the plea had to be outrageous. Somebody said 15 years, and then somebody said 20 years, and somebody said 25. So, I mean, I would think 15 years for him with the charges he got would be a sweet deal. He ain't gonna get no less. He's not gonna get less than 15. I can't believe he would turn down 15. He got to do some time. He got to. But the DA said he don't want to, he don't want to do no time. I tell you. He's an alleged mastermind. He could say juke. Snitch on the unalive. Stomach growling. They say he said quit toe already. That's what Cornelius said. I wonder how Cornelius know quit toe. I wonder how Cornelius know quit toe. Did somebody? I wonder who told him that. Did the police tell him that, or did somebody else tell him that? He says he said Straight Drop had. Did Straight Drop tell him that? Because he said Straight Drop told him that Quet and Juke ain't messing with us. So evidently somebody from the outside was telling giving Straight Drop some information on Quet. The discovery. The feds told him that when they interrogated him. I tell you. Diane says, I definitely heard him. I was dying when he said Drop sent him the kite to tell him to say quit, switch clothes, and was shooting. They really thought Cornelius, you know what, from the way they handled Cornelius, they thought that Cornelius was just a rag doll. They handled him like he was a rag doll. Mm-hmm. Yep, they tried to handle Cornelius like he was a rag doll, and so Cornelius, when he sobered up, he knew that. So he said, "I can't do nothing else, but I'm gonna show them that what I am gonna do." He used the only weapon that he had against them, and that was to get them back by telling on them, and that's what he did. And I'm not mad at him about it either. I'm not mad at that man about that. That was the only weapon he had. And he was telling the truth. Cornelius was telling the truth. Ain't nobody gonna implicate themselves. Okay. Ain't nobody gonna implicate themselves. He couldn't. They had too much evidence. They had the phones and stuff. They had a lot of evidence. He had to go ahead and tell the truth. Miss Muffin says they tied Govan to the murder from the stolen car. Allegedly, then Quet told on Cornelius and dropped. They said Straight Drop Cook what happened to his child's mother boyfriend. He lucky. He might, if he had something to do with that, he's still gonna have to deal with that. I do believe it came from that area. Hey, godson. Um, they said he was singing like Etta James. Be quiet. Y'all, Straight Drop goes back to court, what, in January? It was changed. He goes back in January, right? I wonder why Straight Drop didn't have not one witness. Y'all, not one. His attorney didn't call not one witness. No alibis of nothing. Hold on, y'all. Oh, let me turn some heat on. Okay, you guys. Yeah, hold on.
fake or anything. Record it. You goofy dumb bitch. Y'all playing with my identity and you defaming my name. Whoever put you up to that shit because you anti-Semitic. You motherfucker, read amendment number 1. Freedom of speech and freedom of religion, bitch. I'm the better parent than my son's mom and everything. This motherfucker that got my son up and ain't fed him all kind of shit. Got him around dope and everything.
Y'all see how they call me harassing me? Y'all see how they call me harassing me? Y'all see that, right? So that's the reasons why I let it be. It's recorded. It's on here. It's recorded on my phone, and it is recorded on here. Okay. Y'all see that, right? Y'all see how they calling harassing me? Let me see something. Hold on. It's somebody from out of North Carolina. Okay. Willie Bridges. We'll have to make sure that that's the accurate name. Hold on. The voice sounds familiar to me. The voice sounds familiar to me. I believe I know who it was. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking into something. Y'all hold on. Okay, y'all, hold on. Let me take a picture of this. Okay, I found this information, his page and stuff. I took a picture of him. I'm getting ready to. I'm gonna have to file a report on him, and I'm going to the FBI. Y'all don't see the stuff. This man is twisted. But hey, somebody had him to do it. Yeah, extremely twisted. I mean, so now y'all get the opportunity to see what these vloggers do. This is what they do. He said something about I'm anti-Semitic and all of that. I mean, just totally twisted. It's crazy, and it's funny that he called at a time where I said that it's weird that he called when I'm talking about the identity theft. He said something about y'all stole my identity. I don't even know who that person is. So then it's weird. I ain't gonna talk too much about it because it's got to be something done about it. Too Pretty Miss Kitty says, like pop CMG think they crazy. If I can't get my second shot straight drop, keep messing with me, we gon' his dumb ass drop. He became a rapper on straight drop. Diane Brown says, Tamara, I'm sorry you are being picked on. It's not. I mean, they twist it and they have mentally, they send mentally insane people at you. I'm looking at that. That guy is mentally crazy. And so that's the reasons why, I got to do what I got to do, because when they mentally crazy, they will reveal who actually sent them at you. So now this guy called from North Carolina. It's funny because the last person that a vlogger sent at me, that girl was mentally insane. And she was hollering about you this and you that. I don't know who that girl is. See, these vloggers, when they are twisted, that's the reason why they got to be stopped. They go and get mentally insane people that are off of their meds, and they're able to tell them stuff because they want to try to create an energy for people that are mentally insane to try and do something to you. Like I told you, the young lady said a blogger told her to figure out when I go to Dillard's and to wait on me in the parking lot and take me out. Now, this person is calling from North Carolina. I believe that this is a mentally unstable subscriber that is on that channel, and they're able to put stuff in their head. The girl was saying that he was telling her that she called and tried to get you fired off of your job. I didn't even know who this girl was. But when she was in, she's highly intelligent. I didn't know a lot about her. And she was like, I'm so sorry. Like, she was not stupid enough to let this vlogger send her out to do something to me. So then he recruited another girl. This girl came up to my business. This girl sent me over 500 emails. This girl was working with them and had my phone hacked. This is what these vloggers do. They recruit mentally ill people and put stuff into their head. Right? Now, this motherfucker is crazy. He's so off of his rocker, I got to do something because we're going to have to lay him out. If we don't, just like some of these vloggers was trying to create an atmosphere for somebody to run up in the cookie shop and kill them people. That's the type of energy, that demonic, sadistic energy. That's what some of these vloggers do. That's the type of energy that they put out. And you have to understand, with the internet, there's so many different people on the internet, right? It's so many different people on the internet, and they're mentally ill. Okay, they're mentally ill. Now, this man is in the service. He said, we find shit out that you can't. They using this man, and he done got in this man's head. And I'm getting ready to fight, because this man is crazy. He's got ties from in Memphis, and he's crazy. So I'm a coward, motherfucker. I want to sit up on my panel, because I was listening to him. I got all of his videos, all of them on a thumb drive, and the police got them. We was looking at his videos one day. He was talking about that something was going to happen to somebody, and he had one of them dumb women up there. And she said, and we didn't even, he said, nah, because when it happened, I'm going to be up here. I'm going to be on here. I'm going to be live. He was high out of his mind. I'm going to be on here live. So they ain't gonna think I did it. Saying he was going to have somebody to do something, but when it was done, he was going to make sure he was on live. Right? But it's several vloggers, right? So they get mad when I start talking about that insurance stuff. They know I know that they've been selling people's information to the foreigners. It's 3 vloggers on here. And it's probably some more, but it's 3 of them that I know is deadly. And they got to be stopped. And they know it's in the process of happening. Okay. Really 4. One of them ain't no vlogger. Anyways, let me get off here and file. As a matter of fact, hold on for 1 second. I need to get up here and send some emails. I got his picture and all of that. That man was sent out. That man was sent out. That man crazy. I don't even know that man. This man says in his message to me, he says, listen, I want y'all to hear this. He says, we find shit that you can't, more like make up shit no one else could ever come up without nothing. This bitch is trash, a dirty, fed, not upholding what's right, lefty bitch. Y'all want to destroy the kids with homosexual cartoons, pork, and Esau. So they have mentally ill people that are on their channels, and these are the people that they are able to use to send out. When they're mentally ill, just like the girl that he sent out, it's a guy right now that they got calling me, and he called me the other day. I knew his voice. And so when I heard his voice, I started recording. We compared them. It's the same guy. This guy called me one morning early. I was getting up, getting ready to do something. He called something told me to answer it. I answered it right. And I'm glad I did, because I was able to record the call. And so then, like, shortly after that, because I told him, because he wanted to stay on the phone. I was like, okay, because, I tried to be, okay, well, all right. I got off the phone, and then I don't know, because I normally don't answer that app phone, but God had me to answer it so I could record the call. And so I was able to get his voice. And then shortly after that, he started sending me porn. He started sending me porn. And then shortly after that, because he started sending me messages from different phone numbers. Then shortly after that, he started sending all these obscene messages talking about what he wanted to do to my granddaughter. So y'all know I had to go file a report. So I'm going to tell you how good God is. I'm going to tell you how good God is. Now, not only did he violate me sending me porn, I got all of this. I filed a report. I got the messages talking about what he wanted to do sexually to my grandbaby. Okay? Call me. This same person is so weird. Called one day. I remembered the voice, and I laughed so hard because it was that was the very first time I thought about, this is the same person that sound like the same person that said, how come you don't never say nothing good about Endless Head and all they doing in the community? It sound like that guy. But when he called the other day, he for sure said, why don't you go look at OTV? I said, that's this guy that's been harassing me. He got all the news and this and that, and he got it over there on his channel. I said, and I was recording it. We went back and compared the voices, the exact same guy. I said, Lord, this is yet again. This is where my harassment is coming from. This guy that sent me porn, violating me, then sent messages talking about what he want to do to my grandbaby sexually, and then call me talking about this channel is the channel that's got all of the correct information. When this girl was sending me over 500 emails harassing me, came up to my office, all of this. Don't know nothing about this girl. She says me and her were dating Gene Deal. I don't know nothing about no damn Gene Deal. But it's weird because I saw another vlogger start having Gene Deal on his channel. So then this girl was sitting up talking about you trying to break up me and my husband, and you mad at me about Gene Deal. Lady, I don't know no Gene Deal. What are you? Me and you both dating Gene Deal. Then in the email, she started talking about this same channel. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me because you already said that he tried to put a hit on you and they didn't do nothing. Laugh out loud. That's why the investigator said we got to do something. She said ain't nothing gonna happen because she had been convinced that nothing was gonna happen. Harass her. Go on, let us send you out. Ain't nothing gonna happen. She went to jail. So now they got this guy. I don't know who this guy is. They got that man that when they sexually sick like that, you already know they got to figure out who he is. Because not only was he sending me those videos, those porn pictures, he talking about sexually about my 2-year-old grandbaby. What woman would ever want to be associated with a channel that's got sending people out to do stuff like that? It's an obsession. And I think that man's obsession is so thick. It ain't just him. It's other YouTubers on here that violate. But they got but I think they all run in the same circles that y'all see them get into it and stuff. But they can't really expose each other like that because they all got something on each other. They've done work together. Okay. So it's been going on for a long time. I done had folks defame my character. I'm like, dog, where this come from? Why this lady defaming my character like that? She's sleeping with all them police officers. I had to get a lawyer. But when it was all said and done, when the smoke cleared, because God got a way of doing stuff, it came from that same vlogger was feeding that lady that fake information on me. Okay. That same vlogger trying to get people to put out. Wow, and it's funny because when she was putting up that fake stuff about me, one of the officers that be on my page, he was going over there looking at it. He said, don't worry. He told me, he said, what you need to do is get a lawyer. Because this right here, there's something wrong with this. This right here ain't right. And he said, it's going to come out. Just wait. Because it seemed like a battery in her back. And sure enough, it came out. It came out. So, and all while that vlogger, because they was watching what she was putting up, and they was watching, because they already had been watching him, and they kept saying, I believe that, I bet it's him. The same lies that girl had put in my email for months, the one that went to jail that was harassing me, that was the same thing, the same lies that vlogger was putting up about me. That's why the investigator kept saying, I believe that it's coming from him because the emails that girl was sending you, this female vlogger, that's the same lies she putting up verbatim. But when they would go to his page, he would be, oh, I don't have anything to do with that. Had her doing it, and he was sitting on his panel playing innocent. I don't get in women's stuff. And the investigator said, no, it's him. That's why I'm going to keep watching. It's him. But you need to get a lawyer for that defamation. Okay, hold on. Okay. So they got people working at the V8 hospital, different hospitals. Well, I won't reveal everything, but they've committed, they've violated federal laws. Let's just say that. Okay. This dude is in the service. He crazier than a shithouse rat in the service. And he calling me, harassing me, but I'm getting ready to put this to bed. Okay. Because see, they get the mentally ill. The good thing about the mentally ill is when they back on their meds and the police have them and interrogate them, they tell. When they calm down, they tell where it came from, why they did it, and who put the battery in their back. See, mentally ill people are easy to send out, but when you get them calmed down and back on their meds and stuff, they tell the source. Okay. And this guy's going to tell the source. Anyways, I got his information. I'm getting ready to file a report on him. And he said some more stuff that could really be, I don't know. I think it falls on the lines of terrorism. Yeah, it falls on the lines of terrorism, which means he's definitely a threat. He's definitely a threat. Yeah. It falls on the lines of terror. Yeah, he's yeah. And then he's in the service. That's a problem. That's a problem. I don't know who his commanders and stuff would be, but I think he's a threat. He's definitely a threat to me. And so they got to be notified. That's what I was gonna. You know what? I thought about that, Mr. Parker. Yeah, 662 Media. It definitely is. Terrorism. And that vitriol is at me, anti this and that. Yeah, that's yeah. I know some people that work over in Homeland Security. I'm gonna reach out to them on Facebook and send them this message because they may want to get involved. And he in the service. Let's see, he is in hold on, let's get ready to tell me exactly where he's at. Stop. Have you all ever heard of Kings Mount? Kings Mount, North Carolina? Is it Kings Mount, North Carolina? Kings Mountain or something. Kings Mountain. That's where he is. Well, he sent me a message on Facebook, so he sent me a message on Facebook, so I know they'll be able to trace that. If he's on a VPN, they'll be able to. It means nothing. The VPNs really mean nothing on these social medias. I know how to. Even when a person uses a VPN, I don't do investigative work for the public anymore. But when I was doing investigative work for the public, I knew how to, even when it was a VPN, I knew how to get to the real person. So, and I'm so glad, and I'm so glad I don't have to work with the public no more. I'm so glad. Privately, that is, what's the word I'm looking for? I still work with the public, but I don't take cases from the public. That's what I'm saying. I don't take cases from the public. I still work with the public. I just don't take cases from the public. I send I send everybody now over to Kevin. He's a retired FBI agent. He just expanded his firm where he's got more ex-law enforcement over there. I mean, they good. So if you call me, I'm sending you to him. Oh, child. I'm telling you, they go get the crazies. Because if they, I'm telling you, the strategy, we've been through the strategy of this particular vlogger. Really, both of them. Really, two of them. One in Atlanta, one in Dallas. Is to get mentally ill people because they're easy to send out. They'll even go, if you get in their heads enough, they'll even go and take somebody out for you. Or they think they're going to, but it ain't gonna be sweet though. Okay. Anyways, y'all, let's keep talking what we was talking about, because I got to get out soon enough. I got to put this damn food to rest. Because this guy has reached out to me on social media talking about identity thefts and stuff. You stole my identity. That's what he just said. So evidently he's one of the ones, because he's in the service, that gave him some information. He's doing some stuff he shouldn't be doing. It's going to be interesting to know. They're gonna dog walk him if he did a security breach working in the service for a bunch of damn YouTubers. He said, Moneybag Yo arrest. He said, I swear on my granny, RIP, bitch, not you. You granny, we cover heavy. Y'all sick. Yeah, they sick, I'm telling you. When did Moneybag Yo get arrested? I didn't know he had gotten arrested. He said Kings Mountain is near me, right by Gastonia, Charlotte. Yeah, they definitely sick. I mean, y'all heard him. Y'all heard him. Like, y'all heard him. He's twisted. He's really sick. Okay, you said he didn't get arrested? Oh, okay. I thought you said Moneybag Yo got arrested. That's what I was saying. What did he get arrested for? Y'all be quiet. Have y'all ever heard of Shelby, North Carolina? Y'all stop. Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to send this message. Stop. So my friend on Facebook, see what he says about this message. Because I think that breaches Homeland Security. He's a security. He could be a potential problem for safety reasons. And I'm talking about just to anybody too. Okay, let's see. Because the words he used, I think that's borderline. That's somebody that needs to be watched. Stop. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm sorry about that. I have to when I take care of business, I have to take care of it immediately. He says it's raining in STL might make us want to Memphis tomorrow. Okay. I think it's supposed to rain in Memphis today. He says, yeah, I know. He's a step away. Shelby is about 45 minutes from Charlotte, but west towards the mountains and Tennessee. Okay. This guy has he's lived in Memphis also. It's closer to Lincolnton and Lawndale. Oh, Lord have mercy. Mental illness. I ain't taking no chances. I gotta get this. It has to be documented because I'm not get ready and have no issues with taking out somebody that is a threat to my life. It's got to be documented. He said you should sue the vlogger after they get convicted. Tax said, "Oh, I am. I know they ain't got nothing. I'm not only am I going out. It's some stuff. It's some stuff in. It's some stuff. There's some stuff in the works. Just know that. And it's looking good." Too Pretty Miss Kitty says, if Quet was a mastermind, y'all dumb. Well, anyways, back to Quet though, y'all. I know I got thrown off. Hey, I told y'all I deal with crazy people. I'm telling you, and it is because people sit back in the bushes that are sadistically sick. They found another way to mess with you. We just send weak-minded people out to mess with her, and I look innocent. That's kind of what they did to, with Cornelius. They thought that they was gonna be able to send Cornelius and straight drop out, and then they was gonna be come out like roses. It didn't work out like that. Mm-hmm. Have you looked into his background? Hold on. Nope. Not really. Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I'm looking at something. When I get quiet, I be looking at something. I be reading something. Okay, you guys. Now we'll see what comes of that. Move back, move. Y'all hold on. Okay, you guys. He says, ain't no college Facebook today. Just Army and Navy. So slim pickings for gambling quit today. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get in touch with my daughters to tell them to be on alert. Hold on, let me take a picture of this. This guy is steady messing with me. There's more for me to take over to the hold on, y'all. Where is my this guy is steady messing with me. Move back. Y'all hold on. Okay, y'all hold on one second. Let me see something. Okay, let's see. Yeah, hold on. Give me a few more minutes. Hold on, let me get these pictures. Y'all, hold on. Bingo. Got it. Everything I need right here. Snap. Send this to him right quick. Stop. Stop. I'm doing something. Stop. 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 Okay. This got it. Tractor. Okay, y'all. I think I got everything I need on that on here. Okay, Ray Brown says at Pyramid Beale Street, find some good barbecue, hot chicken, and wings. Okay, he says this could be a problem. Okay, so what do I need to do as far as Homeland Security? Y'all, if I don't go all the way, these dudes ain't gonna stop. I gotta go as far as I can go to let them know I'm not playing with them. I gotta let them know that they cannot harass me, put my life in danger, harass my mama, harass my kids. I gotta let them know that they can't do that. And I gotta do it within the perimeters of the law. But at the same time, it's gotta be documented so that when I blow their noodles out, it'll be documented. But the vloggers that's sending out these mentally ill people, they gotta be stopped. They gotta be stopped because they're the culprit. They're like the Yo Gotti of these situations. Okay. 662 Media says Nashville ain't worse than Memphis though. He says Nashville is crime ridden. Also, I feel better. I feel a lot better, y'all. I feel so much better. Whew. He says downtown Memphis will turn into a war zone anytime, any day. Not like that downtown Nashville. It says Nashville not far behind. Y'all need to stop with the Nashville promotion. That's not Mayberry, Tennessee. Yeah, you don't even hear people talking about moving to Nashville and stuff anymore. I think the prices are extremely inflated in Nashville, just as they are in Memphis. You know, just as they are in Memphis now. The prices are inflated everywhere, really. But you see more people. I was reading that, you know, how people was packing up and moving it to Atlanta and all of that. They said a lot of people that had packed up and moved to Atlanta, they're now leaving Atlanta and moving to either North Carolina or to Texas. Or to Texas. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I fell in love. I fell in love with Dallas. I don't fall in love with a whole lot of cities, but I did fall in love with Dallas. Um, I fell in love with, you know, I'd be falling in love with certain cities. Atlanta was just a city that I couldn't get with. I didn't like it. I just did not like Atlanta for some reason. I didn't like the feel of it. I don't know. I just really, I really just had this really good. I don't know. I had this really good vibe in Dallas. I had this really good vibe. She said Texas is red hot. I did too. I love DFW. I lived in Plano. Believe it or not, I'm gonna tell y'all what when I injured my hip at the academy, and when I was healing up and stuff, because I could have gone back through. I was hurt though, because I was like, dog, I only had like, I think we had 5 weeks left. I remember when I left at that time, Mike Rawlins was he was the commander at the range. And he was like, when I went back down there, they call it the big house, to the main academy, and they was like, Tamara not here no more. He was like, I was like, but she made it. You passed the range, you passed the law. He was like, you made it. I had gotten my assignment, which was downtown precinct, and I had been fitted and stuff for my uniform. And in the last weeks of the academy, it's only physical PT. They physically getting you ready, right? Running, jumping all over the walls and stuff. So I mean, it was just best. It happened. It all happened for a reason. I think about it now, and I'm glad that God did that. But when I healed up, I was down for a long time because I still have issues with my legs and my hip, my hip and stuff now from getting over that 7-foot wall and falling wrong. I still have issues. And so I remember I was looking at the Dallas Police Department. I was like, I want to change the scenery, blah, blah, blah. And I saw where Dallas at the time, Memphis PD back there, they were not paying a lot of money. And so I remember I just did an inquiry. Dallas was anybody that went through the MPD, because MPD has they put a lot of money into their recruits. Their recruit called me back so quick. I remember I went to the store, came back. My mama was like, Dallas called you, Dallas Police Department. I told him to call you back. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't think nothing of it. That man called me back, and he basically tried to do everything he could to try to. They had incentives, like at that time, I think it was like a $15,000 incentive, and the only thing, and I was like, well, if I moved down there, I was looking at the Plano area. I was like, I guess I was like, I like Plano. I could live in Plano because that was like a suburban area. I was like, I could live in Plano, and then just, you know, go to work. And at the time, my kids were still underage, and I was like, I don't know what shifts they're gonna put me on, because the guy told me, he says, when you first come on, you're gonna do swing shifts. So every so months you're gonna be changing shifts. I couldn't do that because I had small kids. And I was thinking about that. I was like, I don't know anybody down there. I never trusted leaving my kids with strangers. And the only other option was, I was like, well, I could leave my kids with my mother for a year. And I was like, I can't do that. I can't leave my kids with my mom. Folks was like, well, that's selfish. You know, you could leave them. I said, I cannot leave my children. I can't leave my kids for a year. I can't do that. And I was like, I cannot trust them with babysitters that I don't know because I just can't do it. You know, that's how kids get touched on, and I ain't gonna be understanding about nothing as it relates. I'm gonna tell y'all one of my pet peeves. I can't stand to see. Okay, let me leave it alone. Okay, but I wasn't gonna be understanding, and I was not get ready to put my children in positions with people, trusting them that they were vulnerable. I couldn't put them in vulnerable positions because I know what folks will do to children. I was like, I'm not getting ready to do that with my kids. I cannot put them, my babies, in a vulnerable position with people and no telling what they're doing to them when I'm at work. My mama ain't gonna do nothing but love them to death because my mama be forgetting that I gave birth to them. I have to tell my mom and my sister all the time, y'all do know that those are my children, right? Not y'all's kids. Those are my kids. I tell my mama that they are not your kids. They're mine. My mama forgets she didn't have my daughters, and my sister do too. But I said that to say this, they weren't going to do nothing but love them, but I just couldn't. I needed my kids. I needed them. I couldn't just leave them. 662 Media says Plano and Coppell, Texas is the, and I'm gonna tell you at the time, Mesquite, Texas, because the houses were so reasonable. At the time, Mesquite, Texas was still a good area, but I had decided, I was like, I would get me somewhere in Plano, but Mesquite, Texas had nice houses at the time, and it was another, I believe Duncansville at the time was really nice, and it was another Frisco, Texas. And so out of all of the places, because Mesquite's houses were very reasonable, and I think out of all the places, I was like, I think I would prefer Plano and Frisco, but I prefer Plano over Frisco because I wasn't living nowhere else. I didn't want to live in Arlington, or I didn't want to do that. I'm in Atlanta. I think a lot of people come here with a certain mindset and realize it's expensive, it's cliquish, it's a hustle mentality, and you will not find a suitable man. But I like it most times. You worked in Frisco? A girl that used to do my hair up and left Memphis about I'll say about 15 years ago, moved to Frisco. She sold her shop, her beauty shop, and moved to Frisco. And it was something that her husband wanted, and she cried and everything else, but she said it was the best move. That girl doing so good. Oh my gosh, she is doing so good in Frisco. She ain't looked back. I think her husband got a job, but her shop she was one of the best beauticians out there. Hell, I can't even buy a house because they coming over here willing to purchase homes without them being inspected. So they outbidding everyone. Hopefully they'll get see, I fought the politicians for that. They're not even supposed to allow them to do that. They stole the American dream. Too Pretty Miss Kitty says, I love down south, period, but I don't F with ATL. Hey, So Real TV. My first time ever seeing you in here. She said 9th Ward. You from New Orleans? That's my first time ever seeing you in here. Okay. HD Bully says, Too Pretty Miss Kitty. I totally agree. She said, I will unsub and resub to get your notifications. Okay. Cool. Too Pretty Miss Kitty says, I totally agree. I'm from up north too, but love the South. All my family roots is from down here, from Philly to North Carolina. Mm-hmm. Irvin Max says, I love the Southern hospitality. Yeah, you know what? People always say that, that they love the Southern hospitality, which is cool because um, a lot of people from down south, I guess they can be, but it's really fake because people down south are just as rude as anywhere else. But I guess on the surface, when hey, how you doing? Because I speak to people, when you're up north around New York and stuff and other places, and you speak to people and you're being polite, they think something is wrong. What are you speaking to me for? Like, no reason. I'm sorry. Like I said, whenever I go to New York, they could always tell from the accent, and then from how our mannerism is, because we went into this clothing store in New York, and I was talking to the security person. I was waiting for my friend to check out, and I was standing over there talking to the security person. I was like, hello, how are you? And she said, you couldn't be from here. I said no. But I do that. I'm like that with people. I was just taught to say hello to people. I would never walk into a room and not say hello. When you walk into the room, you're supposed to speak to people. It's completely rude to walk into an atmosphere and you walk in and people are sitting in there and you don't say nothing. That's rude. So of course, when I walk into anywhere, hello, how are you? How are you all doing? And I go on about my business. Ashley Wood says the South is where it's at right now, Miss T. Yeah, everybody. I mean, all of the people from out east and out north is moving to the South. The prices, even though the prices are inflated, the prices are a lot cheaper in the South too. You get more for your buck in the South. I keep saying I can't wait because I need. I keep telling my friends I'm gonna go. I've never gone to Mardi Gras, and so my friends that live down there always say, "Why don't you come for Mardi Gras?" So I think because they have, I know they have Mardi Gras when it's cold sometimes. Because she'll say, "Why don't you come to Mardi Gras?" And I can't go to nowhere where nothing when it's cold. When I go visit somewhere, I want it to be hot. So I think they have. I think she says that they have Mardi Gras in May or something like that. They they be having a festival. I believe the Essence Festival or something, but I can't go to nothing like that. It's too many people. You was born in the 9th ward. My friends are from the 3rd ward. They live in the 3rd ward. My friends live in the 3rd ward. Yeah, because they live around General Taylor. Yeah, General Taylor. That's the street that we was on. General Taylor is the street that they live on. It said, be careful in the third ward. Believe it or not, stop. Believe it or not, it was really, it didn't seem like it was bad. The houses were not, raggedy or anything like that. It was nice. It was sitting on the porch and stuff. I mean, it was cool because I'm like that. That's right, Mark, because I speak to everybody too. But it was nice, and I'm gonna tell you something. She actually, her boyfriend had moved into this area in the third ward that used to be the Magnolia or somewhere. Was it the Magnolia apartments that they redid? Because it was really nice. They were really nice. Was it Magnolia? I don't know. It was some apartments that had been redone. That used to be the projects. I'm almost sure it was the Magnolia. I'm almost sure that it was. And it was really nice in there. Was it the Magnolia Apartments? It was still in the third ward, though. I forget, but I think. Because I never liked red beans and rice until I went there and visited them, and she made me some red beans and rice. I never liked it before. And she was like, no, you're gonna like it. I said, I don't like red beans and rice. I never ate it. I don't want it. And then she made the red beans and rice, and it was so freaking good. He says Montana probably below zero right now. Another girl says ATL is full of East Coast people, and I'm told it's very different now from how it used to be. Oh, wow. Yeah, because, they looked at ATL as being like the new Motown. So everybody that wanted to be an artist, started moving to ATL. Ray Brown says some people are antisocial, not necessarily disrespectful. Bunch of funny looking people. Child, I think it's funny looking people everywhere. But I enjoyed it when I was down there in New Orleans. Like they was over it. We kind of hung out like down in Bourbon Street some. It was too hot for me. They was like, we want to go to Bourbon Street and get the beignets and all of that. But I'm gonna tell you something. Like, we were staying at this hotel. I forget exactly where the hotel. I wish I can. Let me ask Kia with that hotel, because I want to go back to that hotel, because it's gotta. But they be like, when you come to New Orleans, they find it offensive that I get a hotel. They want me to stay with them. No, you stay with us. But that's how most people are in the South. When family and friends come, they be wanting you to stay with them, right? But I'm trying to think of that hotel. The hotel was connected to a seafood restaurant. It was like in Mid-City. Does New Orleans have a Mid-City? It was beautiful, though. I loved it. And we would walk out of the hotel. I had never eaten any oysters, right? Never in my life. Okay, it's between February and March, Mardi Gras. Okay, so that's why it be cold then. Well, something else happens in May then. I wonder what be going on in May or June. They be asking me to come to something in May and June. It'd be too hot. I thought it was Mardi Gras that be happening in May too. I guess not. I'm trying to think the name of the seafood restaurant. Hold on, I'm getting ready to tell y'all right now. Because they had the best. They had a fried oyster po' boy. They had a fried oyster po' boy, and I had never eaten that. Right, I had never eaten it, and it was the best po' boy sandwich I'd ever had. It is. It was the best po' boy sandwich. I can't eat oysters, and I would never buy oysters or whatever. But I would, when I went back there, I would eat it only there at that restaurant because it was on a good hoagie bread. The bread was real good. The seasoning on the fried oyster, it wasn't slimy. I don't like nothing slimy in my mouth. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And let's see. Maybe I could call her. Hold on, let me see. I think it was Miss City because it was nice because we would get on the train and it would take us right to Bourbon Street. Okay, the Essence Festival in July. It would take us straight to Bourbon Street. Yeah, it would. It would take us straight to but it was hot. It was hot, and I what I noticed was you didn't see a lot of locals down on Bourbon Street. It was more tourists than locals. Hilton Riverside. Hold on, let me see. See, I couldn't go to the Essence Festival. It'd be too many people. I have issues. I become almost like I don't know, claustrophobic or something around too many people when it's just a whole bunch of it becomes too chaotic. I'd rather go back over there to the third ward and sit on their grandma porch and drink some lemonade. You know, a lot of people just like the action, but I could go and sit there and talk to their grandma and stuff, and while they go to the Essence Festival, I'd be cool with that. Um, oh, hold on, I think that's it too. Yep, that's it. That's it. This is the hotel right here. And I loved it. Oh my God. I loved it so much. I'm getting ready to show it to you all. Well, I'm going back, so maybe I shouldn't show it because it's too many stalkers. I loved it. If I tell you the name of the restaurant, oh my God, you sure did say that. I miss it. When I think like I loved it. It was so beautiful. Let me see the name of that restaurant. Yep, that's definitely the street. That's the street. Oh wow. I didn't. So we was closer to the French Quarters. Oh wow. It was so nice. And the staff at the hotel was so nice. We made sure we consistently tipped them too. Yep, the trolley was directly out in front of our hotel. Uh, when I go back, I'm going back without them. Because when I go with other people, they tend to get on my nerves. Dragos is, and that seafood restaurant is right. Yep, Dragos. The seafood was so good. I guess let me ask y'all this. Let me ask you this, Nola girl. Is it true that down in New Orleans that they use that river rats is a delicacy? People always say that. People always say that down in New Orleans the big river rats is a delicacy. Is that true? It's not something I came up with. I hear people say it a lot. Like down in New Orleans, river rats is a delicacy. So they do eat rats down in. They do sell rats at hotel. I mean, at restaurants in New Orleans. I'm just trying to get an understanding because I people say that they're down in New Orleans. They river rats is a delicacy. All my friends in Memphis love it. I love New Orleans too. It had New Orleans is very different. It's not somewhere I could go and I would want to live because I used to go with this guy that lived down in he lived in Baton Rouge, but he really didn't live in Baton Rouge. He lived over the bridge. He had the 225 area code. We weren't going together. We were just friends or something. But he lived we was trying to go together. He lived over the bridge from Baton Rouge. I like Baton Rouge better only because I would love to I would like to go if I was going to hang out. I would like to hang out in New Orleans. Like it's fun in New Orleans, right? But if I'm going to live somewhere because I'm a small city girl, a small town. I like the small town feel like I'm a country girl for real. I would prefer to live in Baton Rouge. It had more of that family orientated feel to me, right? He lived in a town that had one street, and everybody on the street was related. His aunties, all his mama's sisters, all his daddy's brothers. And it was one store on that street that everybody went to get light bread and stuff like that. He said, "Yeah, Nutri rats, good rats. They're clean eater." Oh my God! Y'all, y'all. I have a phobia on rats. I do. Oh Lord have mercy. And I'm serious. It almost made me lightheaded. Oh, I didn't know people was eating rats in the United States. And I'm not trying to say nothing bad about New Orleans. I just you know, I can't do it. He said that's not, but it has its own town. It's called it's. I don't want to say the town because the folks might know him. He a damn fool for real. So I'm not gonna even say the town. I remember. Well, I'm not gonna even say that either. He was, yeah, he was crazy, but I liked it. I was like, dog, it's just one street. I was thinking. I started looking around. I was like, okay, well, if if something was to pop off, I was like, we could build a house and put it over there on that land. It's isolated, a lot of land. I could like make a garden. I was thinking about that stuff even back then. But it was that boy was a fool because we used to talk. He used to keep me laughing and stuff all the time. But then we stopped talking. I was like, dog, I ain't heard from him in a long time. So then I called his mom. I hadn't heard from him in years, and I got curious. I was like, normally he'll check in on me. That boy had tried to kill his girlfriend, and he's still in jail. He shot her. I said, "Oh, Lord have mercy." He said, "Yeah, Google." I don't want. I'm gonna get sick if I look at them. I get lightheaded when I look at rats. Like they gross to me. And don't y'all know that scientists was at one time growing ears on the backs of rats? They was doing experiments and growing ears on their backs. Oh, I hate it for the rats. They go through so much because they do all the experiments on the rats and stuff. They the medicines and they put them through hell. I hate that for the poor little rats. But I can't look at them. They disgusting. It make my flesh crawl. Now New Orleans got some good seafood. He said, "Damn science." New Orleans got some good seafood. I'm gonna tell you that right now. New Orleans got some good seafood. He says no, they do not sell that in New Orleans, but in Cajun areas, some folks used to eat nutria rats. Oh, Lord Jesus, no, no. Now, my first time having hot sausage was I had never heard of the way that they do. I think they call it hot sausage. They call it hot sausage. Something that they make down there in New Orleans. It was pretty good. It wasn't bad. I'm going back though. I have fun when I'm down there with them. I laugh a lot. They're funny. They're real cool. They just we sit outside, which is what I like to do. I like to sit on porches and chill with the older women because that's where all the wisdom is, and just listen to their stories and laugh and have fun. I don't have to go to the French Quarters. If there's a store like in New Orleans that we don't have around the Memphis, Mississippi area, then hey, I'll go to that store if it's a store that they don't have. But if all they got is the same stores, I ain't even got to go up in them. I'll go to the French Quarters for a little while. It be too many people sweating and sweat dripping, wet and stuff and stinky. I don't want to be down there in the French Quarters. The French Quarters is similar to I don't hang out on Beale Street, and it's almost kind of similar to that. The locals don't hang out on Beale Street. You see nothing but tourists on Beale Street. Hey, hitter, the Alabama hitter. Where is Mr. Parker at? I thought Mr. Parker was in here. It says New Orleans has the best food in the United States. They know how. Listen, this is what I was going to say. We would get up and go to this diner every morning and eat breakfast. Because I do be liking to try the food now. We would get up and go to this place, and they sold such good food. Their breakfast was so good, and I'm not even a breakfast person, but their breakfast food tastes different. See, they have a little kick to their food, like spices, and I cook spicy. That's how I cook. That's what my mama say. You ain't put no pepper or nothing in that food, did you? Because you're messing that food up, having that food too spicy. My food be spicy. Staying out the way of foods. Yes, Memphis has a riverfront. It does. It does. The Alabama hitter says, facts, bro. Yeah. I lived a downtown by the river for years. I did. It was beautiful. It was like our own little town. It was like our own little town. And when people would come over that bridge, they would go, I didn't even know this was down here. I was like, I know. That's why I'm down here, girl. Everybody, I don't mean no harm, but I was saying everybody can't afford to be down here, girl. That's why I'm here. Doc Tennessee says, can I get a plate today? I'm trying to think of what I'm going to cook. Miss T, can I get a recap on Jizzle? Yes. Jizzle is in he's locked up, and they violated him. From what I could see, they violated him on charges from 2019 and 2020. I was looking at his somebody asked me, was he still locked up? I see for one of those charges they've given him a $21,000 bond, which would be only about $2,000, right? But for the three other charges that they violated him on, they haven't given him a bond yet. So what they did was they brought him in. I'm trying to understand though, because when I looked at the paperwork, he was like on 3 years of paper for one, but it's 2024. It seems like that would have expired, not unless when he went to jail in 2021 they extended his probation. They will extend your probation. So that's basically what was going on. They violated him, and they could have violated him based on him going to jail back in June or July. So it's something. Hey, the business. Thank you for coming in. Joel Scott says, happy Saturday. Real Talk with Tamara. Marcus Ashley says, I'm about to cook mushrooms omelet with cheese and toast. Ooh, 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 ooh. You get ready to do a video on him, Hitter? You gonna do a visual on it? He says, I'm cooking fat big back tomorrow, cornbread, spaghetti, casserole, and asparagus. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Lord, please. Y'all trying to tempt me. Y'all trying to tempt me to just really just do some soul food cooking. Y'all would never believe though. Hey, paper bag. Y'all would never believe though who's been sending me like telling me how many jumping jacks to do, what foods is good, what foods are not good. And it has been working. But like I told him, I was like, I'm looking at the scale, but see, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I be working over at the federal building. So I walk I be walking, right? And so when I'm down there, I be consistently walking all the time. And so I don't take the elevator nowhere. I take the stairs, all of that good stuff. And I was like, my clothes and stuff, I could see it in the inches of my clothes and stuff. But when I get on the scale, it's only like a couple pounds here, a couple pounds there. It's really frustrating because I'm really active now. I'm really active. I be from one courtroom to the other. I'm real active now. 662 Media says, get you a nutria rat and some sweet. I ain't eating no rats. Period. Period. No rats. Park far away. Yeah, because it don't be no parking downtown. You don't have a choice. And it's $18 a day to park downtown. That's why people hate working, hate to go down there for anything. And it's always far away from the federal building. The parking lots are far away from the federal building. Yeah, because I could see my legs and stuff getting toned up and stuff again. They were already big, but they had got fat. They toning up again. I be stepping, but see, I didn't got a little older too. So, because I used to be walking down there stepping in them heels, I still be stepping in them. Okay, I still be stepping in them, but sometimes I have to go ahead and put some flats in the purse. Because like I said, I don't take the elevator to no floor. I always take stairs. So I have to put on flats. So that's a good form of exercise. Like even when I go over to the 201 Poplar building, I never take the elevator. I always take the stairs. And each floor at 201 Poplar, just like at the federal at the over there at the Feds building, is 24 stairs in between each floor. Right. So you have to go up 24 stairs to get to one floor. So that's a lot of good exercise. He said, F the $18. I'll ride the skateboard. John said that's how weight works. It starts with inches, then the pounds come off. I'm a strict diet myself. And then let me say this. Since I've been drinking nothing but water, I really don't have a taste for nothing else. Not even my zero, because I'm a lemonade fanatic. And I had started buying that zero juice and lemonade. I don't have a taste for it no more. All I be wanting to do, it's like now all I want is water because all I drink is water. Yeah, in Mississippi, they have a parking lot. You're right. Mississippi courthouses and stuff have parking lots for you to park in. They have big parking lots. Memphis, no. They charging you out the frame. Um, um, mm. We're gonna see what they're gonna do with Jizzle, though. It seemed like to me. It seemed like to me that what they got him in jail for is very thin. So it's no telling what's really going on. It really ain't no telling. Um, yeah, I wonder. So everybody's starting to leave. So I guess I was getting ready to say I wonder if Govan on here. They still got a gag order on Govan. I don't want to interview him because I don't need the smoke that come behind interviewing Govan. I got enough going on in my life. But I wish he'll go back over there with Stan G and let Stan G interview him because I want to hear it. I do. I want to hear the interview. I want for him to go back over there. And then y'all, Stan G didn't even did Stan G post the video? If Stan G ain't post no video, y'all, we gonna have to see what's going on. If Stan G didn't post no videos, we're gonna have to see what is going on. Now, I'm not gonna interview Govan because Govan and them are killers. And I don't think a woman needs to be dealing with no men like that, child. I just leave me alone. Shit, just let me be happy. They get to looking at the interview. I asked him some questions that he answered. Somebody already be mad, getting his head, man. She asked you that because you know she trying to catch you up the feds. She got the feds, man. You need to go on here. Yeah, man, we need, because some men are like that. They've gotten to the point now where they sadistic. They will, you see what's going on here? They be trying to talk other men into killing women because they already killed women before. Okay, this is how twisted the world is. He said, y'all know we living in a sad world where a man can kill a woman. A man could kill a woman and work hard to. Y'all know we living in a, but it's been happening though, because I think about, y'all remember that girl, but she was real famous, that was on My Sister Sam. The guy got her information from out the telephone book. She was on this national show, My Sister Sam, and he was obsessed with her, right? Because when people want to know your personal information, that's not normal. It ain't nothing normal about that. And so you have to wonder what's the end result. Why do you want to know personal information about a person? That's why they call it stalking, right? And so especially if there's no interest, I could see if you dating a person, you go, okay, I got to try to, let me see what this here is. But if you have no type of connection with that person, you ain't got no business wanting to know nothing personal about them. You're violating them, right? That's stalking. And so what he did was he got her information and he showed up at her doorstep. Like like a guy showed up at my doorstep. And he stood out there with his hands, he stood out there with all that red on. He had on a red baseball cap, all red shirt, and I have to look at that video again. I think he had on shorts and he had on some red shoes. And it was just God, the way the timing is, it ain't nobody but God. What you doing? It wasn't nobody but God, because that was the same day my dad had passed away. And I didn't even want to talk to nobody. And I stood out there and I watched him as he hit my door, and then stood there with both of his hands in front of him. I was looking at him on my camera. And then before he left again, he hit the door one more time and then walked away. And then I remember something told me, like, go to the window. I went to my living room, looking at him. He didn't go. There was no car, and I still didn't think much of it at that point because I was really mourning. I had just lost my dad about 2 hours prior, right? That's why I remember the day it happened. It happened on March 27th of 2023. And so, anyways, that guy did that to that actress. He got her information. He actually paid somebody. No, he didn't get it from out of the phone book. He actually paid somebody and got her information. Went to her address and knocked on her door and told her, that I'm your admirer and all of that. And she told him, I'm the one that's been writing you all these letters. And she told him, she said, I'm flattered, but I really don't think you should be coming to my house. I don't think you should ever don't ever come to my house again. She was living in an apartment. And then he said that he knocked on the door one more time and she opened the door and said, I really think you should leave. Do not come to my house. And he said he almost walked away. He said, but something told him, shoot her and kill her. she rejected me, this woman that I'm obsessed with, that I love from TV. And he said before he just took the gun out and shot her and killed her. These niggas on here got the same mentality. Why do you think I constantly go to the police on them and the FBI? It ain't nothing normal about what these folks on here do. Listen, I worked for the police department all of almost 20 years. The same characteristic that I've seen down through the years, a lot of these folks on here, I recognize it. It ain't normal. Some of these people are mentally sick. And the sad part about it is I don't even think they know it. And then the rest of them just slow down. You dirty to be going. Okay. Anyways, we ain't gonna talk about all the stuff that these folks doing. But they doing some stuff, and they got some women working with them, helping them. Now look at this, y'all. Y'all know we be talking about everything on here. Now, it's sad how men be looking over good women because they want women that flatter them. They want women that flatter them, that make a damn ass out of them, basically. Well, she said good things to me. Well, I mean, what you need to do is sit down with that woman that truly loves you and say, look, baby, I would appreciate it, you know, if you said some nice things to me. But here's the thing. If y'all can't say nice things to each other, you shouldn't even be together. You shouldn't even be together, because I can't be with a man that I can't say, look at and say, oh, look at, oh, I can't wait till tonight. Yeah, mental illness is real. But this is what I'm looking at, y'all. Look. Because, see, I'm real playful. I like to play. But now Jamal Bryant, and I like Jamal Bryant. Okay, I like Jamal Bryant. Jamal Bryant is a good preacher. Okay, but he always done had a lust demon on him. He done married him a new wife. He was going with Tweet, the singer. Now he done married this lady. And this is why he said he loves her. I'm getting ready to show y'all what she says.
Oh.
Did you?
No woman has ever called me their Lord before.
And I've never called a man my Lord before.
No, that thing did something to me. Let me tell you how much it did to me. I don't remember nothing else you said that day.
That was at the end.
Hey, listen, I don't remember nothing I said that day.
Oh my goodness. I called you Lord. I called you my Lord in our vows.
Wait, they didn't hear the vows. They didn't hear the vows?
Yes.
But tell them how you called me your Lord.
Now you see how she making a damn fool out of that old fool. My Lord. Of course she'd say anything. She was just a struggling writer. To a rich man that then got rich off the church's money. And he gone crazy because she called him my Lord. I mean, what's the difference? I mean, I'm not going to call a man my Lord. I call him my boo, babe, boo, love, all of that. But he said no woman has ever called him Lord. That's equating him to a higher power, like putting him up there with God. Ain't no man equivalent to God or the creator, as a lot of people would call him. No man. But this is what made him, you know, her saying stuff like that. It seems like to me because the Bible speaks about that. Charm is deceitful. He said, you know damn well he ain't nobody Lord. I was listening to this pastor one day talk to this lady at this church I used to go to. I used to visit. I've been watching Jamal Bryant since he was in Empowerment Temple in Baltimore. He's questionable. I'm just listen. I went to see Jamal Bryant one time. He was in Memphis. I know it was many years ago because me and a girl that we used to be best friends. We grew up together. We ain't friends no more like that. Our children were still little kids. Like they were like 8 years. Like my oldest daughter was like 8. We walked up in there with our babies. And as soon as we walked into that church, Jamal Bryant was sitting in the pulpit waiting. You know, the pastor of the church was talking. He was sitting down behind the pastor, and his tongue came out of his mouth. He grinned and his tongue fell out his mouth. And I told her, I said, girl, I think he got a lust demon on him. Did you see how his tongue came out of his mouth? You know how when men, just nasty. You know, looking at the women, like, oh, it's a lot of coochie up in here. It was already a lot of women, and his tongue came out of his mouth, and he started grinning. She said, girl, she laughed. She said, girl, you so paranoid. I said, I'm serious. I don't like the way his tongue came out of his mouth. And sure enough, all those scandals started coming out about him. He got I'm telling you. He had got a teenage girl pregnant in the church, and he had somebody beat her up, and she lost one of the twins, and the other one lived. So he's scandalous now. Oh Lord. Ooh. I'm telling you, these pastors be having lust demons on them, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I've had some experiences. I've had a couple of experiences with pastors that that, you know, get off of her. Yeah, I've had a few experiences with them, some pastors that just it wasn't it wasn't right. You know, where when I say that, I mean they tried to be inappropriate. Yeah, they tried to be inappropriate. Right. I sent the eZoom hearing where he fled the country without permission to show up for his child. It says here that he been questionable in Atlanta and he a deadbeat dad. Oh, wow. So does he have any small children? So he's had some more children. All pastors not the same, but I'm telling you now. And see, it's sad because a lot of women, when they're hurting, the first place they go to is the church. And so it's so unfortunate because it's a lot of mentally weak-minded women, right? And so when they're hurting, they're really broken. And the first place they'll go is to the church. And if you got a lot of pastors were, before they get saved and stuff, they had been pimps. And they will they talk to the women in the kind of way. And they will and they have the women doing a whole lot of stuff for them. And see, a lot of those women be up in there doing that stuff, especially if the man is single, because they'll get to holler about, well, God told me I'm his wife. Some of these women need to go be evaluated. It's a lot of mentally unstable women, okay? I know they say most of us crazy, but a lot of us functioning crazy, okay? And but that's what they'll do. God told me that's my husband. That's my man of God. They when they put they got a lot of conviction. They'll put a D on the end of it. God told me that's my man of God. Yeah, y'all don't get me started because y'all know I'll talk about these folks. Just crazy. God ain't told you that. You cooking for him. Now, you already know you wrong if you having sex with him. So God ain't told you that if you laying up with the pastor. That's my man of God. Okay. And you can't talk about it. Lady, you sit in the dark. You sit in the dark. You sit in the dark because pastor told you, God told you to pay your tithes and not your light bill. Y'all, somebody got to talk about this stuff. Well, I gave my last to the man of God. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Now, because if pastor ever say to me, God told me you're going to be blessed if you give me your light bill money, I'm going to tell him, no, pastor, I'm already blessed because I got it. And I'm on my way to the light company. He already done blessed me. But they put fear in people. And I ain't talk about all pastors, but they put fear in people. And you start calling this stuff out, they'll say you got a Jezebel spirit on you. Well, you ain't supposed to talk about a man of God. You ain't supposed to talk about a man of God. My daddy used to say, when these folks that ain't right be sitting up talking about they was called God. My dad used to say, a lot of you Negro pastors weren't called. Some of you just went. Ain't nobody called you. So, I mean, there are a lot of good pastors that do good things for the community. They care. And sometimes I think some of these preachers may have gotten into it with the right reasons, but then people start putting some of these folks up in high places that they shouldn't be in. They start looking at them as a God. Well, I can't question the man of God. Why not? If something ain't right, it's got to be questioned. Well, God ain't gonna bless me if I question him. Okay. See, y'all, I think that's why I just be so cool with just I'm good. I'm good. Just leave me alone. I'm good. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna treat people right or fair, and I'm good. Then the women get to fighting up in the church because they going with him. Girl, if you don't sit down somewhere, you call yourself going with him. Mm-hmm. You call yourself going with him, and he a pastor. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Hey, y'all, hold on. Okay, you guys. It says the real gravy train is right violating police content. The root of the real problem is Black America. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something. We got to do better within our community. We do. We got to do better within our community. Hold on, y'all. Okay, you guys. Wait, you guys, let me get off of here because I got to get ready to get out here and go and get. I need to go get my eyebrows done. Y'all know what? I need to learn. Do y'all know of any like easy tutorials like on YouTube? Because I need to learn how to do my own eyebrows. Do y'all know how much I pay this girl to do my eyebrows? And it's supposed to last 2 weeks, the tint, and it don't even last like, because I wash my face every day. I take a bath and a shower every day. So it in like a few days, and I pay that girl, I don't even want to say what I pay her because it just don't make no sense. So but she do a good job though. But I'm got to go get my brows and my lashes and my hair done. So because I looks like Aquanisha. I look like Aquanisha. What I did was I treated my hair and all of that, and I decided to wear it natural and oil it and stuff. And I wore it natural for some days. And now it's I can't. I be on the. I cannot. I got to do something for it. So go natural all the way. But it takes a lot of maintenance. Now I buy a lot of good products for my hair, but it ain't nothing like it. I wear the natural lashes. I wear the natural lashes. So what I do is I don't get the lashes that make you look like a camel. I just think I've been working so hard. Like I want to pamper myself. That's something that I had not been doing because I've been working like so hard. But I'm cool now. I still work hard, and y'all, I absolutely love. I absolutely, God has really, really, really just outdid himself this time. God is so amazing. And I'm serious. Like everything that I've ever asked God for, I've gotten. And so God has really given me something that I had really been wanting. And look at me, I'm getting all emotional. I had said, I had said I'd put into the Bible. I put it in Habakkuk, and I have been meditating on it. I was like, God, I get all of these cases working with the feds, but I'm subcontracted. I was like, these investigators give me what they want, which was good money, but they get the contracts. I was like, it's I would love to be able to just directly, without a subcontract, directly do investigative work for the government. And God is awesome. God is awesome. It's not easy. It's not easy to directly work for the feds. It's not. But God gave me what I prayed for. And the blessings just keep rolling in, right? So I have to say those contracts with the feds had been white male dominated. But God is an awesome God. It's not like that now. That's why I know the type of God that I serve. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here so I can go get myself all pampered, all up and stuff, because I deserve it. I need it. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me this morning. I'll talk with you all later.